was going to happen until a couple of days later, where people are falsely accusing him of doing something that he did not do.
He has been locked away for nearly a decade, but today there's a confession. His own brother says, "I did it on camera."
And I did shoot the gun.
And yet the court said no. And stay with me, because once you hear why this court refused to free an innocent man, you'll see how broken our justice system really is. On January 17th, 2014, a dispute erupted at Brick City Apartments in Waterbury, Connecticut. During a confrontation, Kareem Morris was shot and killed. Police say multiple eyewitnesses saw Ismail Abdus-Sabur leaning over a stairwell, firing the fatal shot. In 2016, Ismail was convicted and sentenced to 45 years behind bars.
You're not above the law. Today is that day.
Despite consistently proclaiming his innocence. Segment 2, the confession. Then, just 10 months after the murder, someone came forward. His brother, Isa, on Thanksgiving 2014. He created a video confession.
My name is Ismail Abdus-Sabur. On January 17, 2017, 2014, excuse me. We had a get together for my little brother's birthday that passed. We was inside the house chilling, having drinks. We were smoking. Trail and Kareem came to the door. They was looking for a problem to fight him. Problem went outside to fight them. They came with 5 other guys. When Problem went outside to fight them, they started to jump Problem. Everybody that was at the get together went outside except for Ismail Abdus-Sabur and a couple of other people. When we get outside, we start fighting. We went back inside after the fight. They came back, knocked on the door again. When we opened up the door, we seen that they had baseball bats and a cane and other weapons. We went back outside, talking to them, and then we started fighting with them again. We went back in after that fight, and that's when they came for the 3rd time. They kicked in the door. When they kicked in the door, the lights went out, and they were brandishing weapons. Someone said that they had a weapon. They went down the stairs. We ran outside the house. At this time, Ismail Abdus-Sabur was behind the refrigerator. Me and a couple of other people that was in the house ran outside. I shot one time and then went up to the banister and shot again. Later on, I heard that Kareem, which is Trail and Kareem's father, had got shot. I didn't mean to shoot him. I was only shooting to warn them that we also have a weapon, and that I didn't mean for him to get hit. I didn't mean for him to die. I am deeply sorry to the family for my actions. They are my actions. I take full responsibility for them. Ismail Abdus-Sabur did not have anything to do with this. During the whole altercation, he was behind the refrigerator inside of the house. He did not come out of the house until we said everything was over and everybody dispersed. After everybody dispersed, that was what happened until a couple of days later, where people are falsely accusing him of doing something that he did not do. I am the shooter, and I did shoot the gun. I take full responsibility for that. I am deeply sorry for my actions.
I do not think an innocent man should be in jail for something he has not done, he says. Then, under oath in a 2023 habeas hearing, he adds, I fired the shots.
Or falsely accusing him of doing something that he did not do. I am the shooter, and I did shoot the gun.
The tape message lasts just 3 minutes, 19 seconds, and ICE has been unwavering. The killer was not my brother. I was scared it wasn't intentional. Segment 3, the legal fight. Evidence versus courtroom tactics. On May 4th, 2023, Isa repeats his confession, this time under oath, waiving his Fifth Amendment rights at Wrongful Superior Court. Abdus Judge Bat was moved. He found Isa's confession significantly compelling and ruled Ismail's original defense counsel was ineffective. That should have triggered a new trial, right? Not so fast. On July 2nd, 2025, Connecticut's appellate court reversed Bat's ruling, upholding the conviction all 45 years of it. Their reason? 2 legal obstacles. 1, Isa's confession wasn't new. The family already knew about it. 2, the trial attorney made a strategic choice. Isa was uncooperative before trial and likely loyal to the defense. Segment 4, understanding new evidence versus strategy. Let's break it down. In Connecticut, for an appeal to succeed, new evidence must be untainted, unknown, and decisive. But here's the twist. Judge Alver noted it was reasonable to believe Isa's testimony could have backfired. He refused investigators. His story was inconsistent. The defense chose to challenge eyewitnesses instead. Segment 5, when the truth is not enough, and why the court said no. You might be thinking that he confessed on camera under oath. What else could they possibly need? Well, the appellate court had an answer. In a stunning decision, they argued that Isa's confession wasn't legally new because, get this, the defense already knew about it years ago. That makes it legally stale. The evidence was known to the defense and consciously not used. Judge Elliot D. Prescott, July 2025 decision. Let that sink in. And the justice system didn't reject the confession because it was fake, not because it was coerced, but because someone knew about it and didn't use it back then. Legal explainer segment. What counts as new evidence? In legal terms, this boils down to the procedural default doctrine. Basically, if your lawyer had a chance to use something before, even if they didn't, the courts say, too bad. You don't get a second shot. So the system is saying, yes, someone else admitted to the crime, but you didn't play that card in the first game. And now you sit in prison because your lawyer chose the wrong strategy 9 years ago. Segment 6, Isa's video and what he actually said. In his video, Ismail Abdus-Sabur said, I feel it's only right that I come forward. I don't think an innocent man should be in jail for something he didn't do. He admitted to being there. He admitted to firing the weapon. And most shockingly, he said, I didn't mean to kill anyone. It wasn't intentional. It was me. I was scared. I was trying to protect myself, not commit murder. Segment 7, the courtroom reversal. Now, here's where this gets maddening. In 2023, Superior Court Judge Bat believed the confession. He ruled that Ismail's original defense lawyer failed by not calling Isa as a witness back in 2016. He called Isa's statement significantly compelling and suggested a new trial should be granted. Judge Bat wanted justice. But when the case moved up to the appellate court, they slammed the door shut.
Excuse me, I need to get in.
Contact our public appeal.
I need to get in.
Translation, your lawyer gambled wrong, you lose. Segment 8, family devastation and fallout. For the Abdus-Sabur family, the court's rejection wasn't just a legal blow, it was a moral gut punch. They watched one son sacrifice everything to tell the truth, and another remain locked in a cage. For Ismail, every visiting day is a reminder. Truth alone won't free you, not in this system. Segment 9, public outrage and the internet reacts. After the appellate court's decision dropped, it didn't take long for the internet to erupt. The hashtag justice for Ismail began trending on Twitter within hours. Thousands shared his brother's video. And it wasn't just random users, activists, legal scholars, even former prosecutors weighed in. Segment 10. This isn't just one case. If you think this is an isolated failure, think again. The Abdus-Sabur case is part of a brutal national pattern. Legal comparison 1. Peter Sullivan. Take Peter Sullivan, who spent 38 years behind bars for a murder he didn't commit.
We quash the conviction. The new DNA evidence inevitably weakens each strand of the circumstantial evidence presented at trial, regardless of how strong those strands, whether individually or collectively, appeared at the time. We quash the conviction. As we have noted, the respondent very properly does not seek a retrial. The appellant must therefore be released from custody.
He was cleared in 2024 by DNA evidence the state had for decades. The Guardian reported prosecutors knew or should have known the evidence pointed elsewhere. Legal comparison 2, Edward Wright, New England Innocence Project, or look at Edward Wright, who was finally freed after 40 years because the prosecution had buried key evidence that would have proved his innocence back in the 80s.
A Hampden County Superior Court judge on Friday overturned the conviction of Edward Wright. Wright was wrongfully convicted for more than 40 years for the murder of Penny Anderson. It was determined that the prosecution withheld, quote, significant exculpatory evidence, the only forensic evidence tying Wright to the scene, and then provided a false testimony at his 1985 trial. New England Innocence Project has worked on the case for over 10 years now in efforts to clear his name. A news conference is scheduled for tomorrow to discuss the evidence that's proving Wright's innocence.
4 decades gone for something the state knew. Segment 11. What's broken and what needs to change? So what's the real problem here? It's not just one judge or one lawyer. It's a legal system that prioritizes procedure over truth. Our appeals courts are built to protect finality, meaning once a case is decided, they don't want to reopen it, even when new facts emerge. Segment 12, final words. A broken clock can't tell the truth. Ismail Abdus-Sabur is still sitting in a prison cell as you watch this. His brother confessed, on camera, under oath. He gave the truth, and the court turned away. If our justice system can't tell time even when the truth arrives, then what hope is there for the innocent? We tell these stories not just to expose the cracks, but to demand repair. Visit the link below. Sign the petition. Share this video. Let the system know the people are watching.